I love Psalm 145. Listen to what David said. Great is the Lord and highly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. You know, the word great is vast, huge, voluminous, impossible to be able to measure. He is great and greatly to be praised. Psalm 48 says, great is the Lord and greatly to be praised in the city of our God, his holy mountain, beautiful in elevation. The joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion in the sides of the north, the city of the great King. God in her palaces has made himself known as a stronghold. We have a great stronghold, and he's made himself known. God has revealed himself. And David, who is a man after God's own heart, is expressing in his particular season a relationship with this creator. And so much so that he starts out with, I will extol you, my God. He's talking and he's writing the psalm to God, about God, but to God. I will extol you, first person, oh, my King, and I will bless your name forever and ever. Every day I will bless you, and I will praise your name forever and ever. Great is the Lord, and highly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. I grew up in San Diego, California. And during the same period of time that I lived there, another man lived there named Pastor Lockridge. He was a pastor of a Baptist church. And I looked on the map, and it was maybe 10 miles from where I lived. So he was in one part of town. I was in another part of town. I was growing up in my sphere of influence. He was in his. He was older than me. He's since passed now. And the advent of the internet, he was just a tremendous public speaker and preacher and real heart Christian, really in touch with God, and he preached rousing messages, very theologically sound, intellectually stimulating, spiritually powerful, practical in application. That's the best way I could describe it. Because years ago I heard, and someone put me on this video, That's My King. And what happened was they took, I guess, a reel-to-reel or a cassette tape or something, whatever the technology was at the time he preached this. He got in his study and he came out with, I wish I could describe him to you. He's indescribable, but he's trying to tell about the greatness and the goodness of God and his presence to help and his forgiveness towards sinners and his answering of prayer and his healing of our broken bodies and near us when we're troubled. And he began to just itemize and articulate aspects of God's character, God's nature that he saw in his study of the Bible. And it's really powerful. And what some of his followers did that had, computer savvy and production skills, they found like images of Jesus, and the best one, there are a number of them, but the one I like the best, the one I first saw, was with sort of pictures of Jesus, knocking on the door of the garden, Jesus at the door, and Jesus in prayer, and Jesus speaking, and Jesus feeding the 5,000, and just different. And there seemed to be paintings from all kinds of time frames, like from before the Renaissance to all these different periods. Anyway, the word is so rich and powerful. I think, he was 10 miles from my house, and somebody that was extolling and exalting and telling of the greatness of God, and didn't find it till after he died. And even though he's dead, he still speaks. And I think it's amazing. Thank God for the technology that captures and records. I was reading some C.S. Lewis this morning from the Screw Tape Letters, and a lot of his writings actually were lectures at schools, and people, I guess, recorded them by shorthand, or some of them it was radio at that point, so maybe recording devices, I don't know, but I'm glad they captured it. My utmost for his highest was like that. The Oswald Chambers, he he was a speaker, I think, in Northern Africa or something on some kind of mission. His wife was with him, and she knew shorthand. So she would take and write what he preached. And now it's been dedicated into a devotional that has rocked people's lives and brought awareness of the greatness of God for all these years. Great is the Lord and highly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. Listen, we serve a big God. He's bigger than our problems. He's the God of peace, will soon crush Satan underneath your feet. He can handle your questions. He loves you. He's near you. He'll never leave you nor forsake you. Meditate on this amazing 21 verses of this psalm, and it will really help you to follow through, to understand, and get a perspective on the unsearchableness and the greatness of how big God is. Let him be big in you. Let him live big in you, in your thoughts and in your prayers. God bless you.